אלה פיקודי המשכן, משכן העדות, אשר פוקד על פי משה. עבודת הלוויים ביד איתמר בן אהרון הכהן. ובצלאל בן אורי, בן חור, במטה יהודה, עשה את כל אשר ציווה השם את משה. ואיתו ליאם בן אחיסמך ובן Torah הקדושה says, אלה פיקודי המשכן. This is what they counted, a count list of the Mishkan. He counted it. אשר פוקד על פי משה. Was commanded by Moshe. And they did. And the Torah goes on to talk about what they did. They built this, they built that. They did the vessels, they did the clothing. It says, Vateichel kol avodas mishkan oimoy. All the work of the Mishkan was finished. Vayaviu es hamishkan el Moshe. They brought the Mishkan to Moshe. And it goes on to list what they brought him. A big list. It says he did it. Vayar Moshe es kol hamelach. Moshe Rabbeinu saw all what they did. V'inei asu atash, like Hashem commanded. Vayivorech oiso Moshe. Moshe Rabbeinu blessed it. V'ino am Hashem Elokeinu aleinu ma'aseh odenu kononeu ma'aseh kononeu is one of the 11 mizmor in Tfilah Moshe in Tehillim. Tehillim 90. Moshe Rabbeinu blessed it. And then it says, וידבר השם אל משה לאמור, ביום החודש הראשון בכל החודש תקים את המשכן. And this first day, you should put up the Mishkan. What does it mean, תקים את המשכן? You put it up. You should put it up. So Chazal bring down, what does it mean Moshe Rabbeinu put up the Mishkan? In what way he put up the Mishkan? Rashi brings down like this. Moshe kama ve'eser amos. Moshe Rabbeinu was tall 10 amos. Because Moshe picked up the Mishkan, each wood was 1 amo and a half, tall 10 amot, which means it's about, I don't know, kilos, could become maybe a ton or two, a few tons become. And it says, Vayokam Moshe es HaMishkan. Moshe Rabbeinu put up the Mishkan. He put it up himself. Vayokim is this, and all the things he did it himself. And then the Anan came and covered the Mishkan. So in the Medrash there is Rashi and Medrash. Rashi brings down that the wood of the Mishkan was very tall, very big, and no one was able to pick it up until Moshe Rabbeinu came. And he was able to pick up the big wood. And he put his hands, even himself, he could put it up. He put his hands, and Hashem said, I will help you, and it will come up by itself. The biggest kasha in this medrash is, okay, one person cannot pick it up, but few people could. Or one person cannot pick up by his hand, but with crates and and with woods and who knows what different techniques, you can pick it up. The Medrash Tanchuma adds a little bit more. The Medrash Tanchuma says different. He says that all the Jewish people tried to pick up the Mishkan, they couldn't pick it up. They didn't know and weren't able to. They came to the elders, they couldn't do it. They came to Betzalel and Oliyav, they can do it. Until they went to Moshe Rabbeinu and he was able to do it. So what does it mean they weren't able, they didn't know and they weren't able? What does that mean? So simply, the Mefoshim explain, in the spiritual sense, it wasn't a physical sense that could pick it up, because if it's the way Rashi brings it down, so a few people can pick it up, okay, one person's very heavy, a few people can pick it up. Some other Mefoshim, okay, you pick it up, but wasn't able to stand straight. You needed the miracle of the Bariach HaTichon, the inside wood, to go around and to connect everything together, okay? So it means in the spiritual sense. But definitely, it means, and the Medrash Tanchum definitely says clear that they didn't know La Yoidim and weren't able, which is a required knowledge. And required knowledge cannot be some physical knowledge, it's to be spiritual knowledge. So actually today, Mina Shamayim, I saw Etz Chaim, that he says that Moshe Rabbeinu, the name of Moshe, which is Mem Shin Hey, which is 365, is also Meshagam Mussar.
345.
What?
45.
I can't hear.
345.
345. What did I say? 20?
55. Okay.
345. Moshe Rabbeinu. Okay. 345. That's the name of Moshe Rabbeinu. And really, if you take Elohim, which is 86 times 4, which is the 4 times 30, which we mentioned last week, you have, and every 5 letters is 120 combinations in 5. This was since the 70th. So Elohim, the word Elohim has 120 combinations. So Moshe Rabbeinu, which represents 4 times Elohim, 4 times 86, he has all the combination of the Elohim, and he has the ability to bring it down to a lower, bring from up to lower. If you take God's name Yud Kei Vav Kei, and with a Yudin, Yud inside, and one, 2 ways, and 4 ways, back and forth, like Yud, like you mentioned, Yud Kei and Yud Kei Vav, you go backwards. It comes to Kapad, 186. 186, and Eke with Yudin, and the Hibua comes up Takman. Together, anyhow, the Cheshbon, the calculation he brings down, the Arizal, and amazing, that Moshe Rabbeinu, if you take Yud Kei Vav Kei with Yudin comes the word Kapad. Kapad also is Pakad. So if you look in our Parashat, Moshe Rabbeinu Pakad, he commanded on the Mishkan, which means Moshe Rabbeinu, which is Elohim, 120 combination of Elohim 4 times, he was able to bring it down to another level. Okay, so now Arizal explains at length all those details. So we definitely know that in the spiritual sense, just to have one foot, there's much more details and complicated. I didn't want to go into all the details, but the point is that the way the Medrash brings it down, not the way Rashi brings it down, is the Jewish people didn't know and weren't able to. Now what does that mean? They didn't know, okay. Weren't able to means that even you have the knowledge, you don't have the power to make it happen. So in the spiritual sense, to bring down the abundance from upper level to a lower level, only Moshe Rabbeinu knew, but he had the ability, because the source of the Shabbat came to a certain place, he was able to bring down the abundance to the Mishkan and to make it happen, to bring down the Shechina to the Nukva, which is the Tvuna, which is really the Mishkan down below, which is the Malchus. I'm just saying, Kabbalistic system is not important. What's important is, which I want to talk about today, is the concept of Purim. This is really what I want to relate. Purim. Purim really is the holiday where we celebrate our accepting of Hashem from love. When we stood in Har Sinai and Hashem Kofa Ke'iz, He put the mountain on top of us and we accepted the Torah, it was by force. Now the big difference between angels and human beings, the Rambam and Moel and Vuchim explains, and what I'm saying now I saw in the book Michta Milia of Avdes. I want to connect to what I just said before now in the Midrash and in the Mishkan. It's very important. In the depths, in the deep sands, it's all the same. Listen carefully, help Hashem. The fundamental concept of love comes from Nedivus, giving. You know that. You know the word nodev? Donate. Donation only comes where there's a possibility not to give. When you have a possibility not to give, even though it's crazy not to give, you see guys dying, you must help him. It's common sense, it's mercy, it's fundamental mercy, but it's a donation. From the essence of donation, the divus comes love. When you have the ability not to give, and you made a decision to give, and it comes to you, you are the giver, and it's your decision, then you create love in yourself. So in order to connect to God, to have love with God, the only way to have love with Hashem has to come through donation. Hashem says, I want you to build the love back with me. Donate donations for Hashem in the temple. So in order to create love with Hashem, you can make a decision not to give, not to donate, not to do the tivle. And when you made a decision to donate from yourself, as your inner being made that decision to give, you became a giver, you became a lover. This is the fundamental understanding of the Mishkan. Hashem wanted to create a situation that He will bring the love to man, to the Jewish people. So He said, listen, I want you to donate a Mishkan. And through the donation, the decision of donation, they gave of themselves. That decision created the love, the connection with Hashem. This is the concept of love. This is the concept of love. The essence of Purim is to show the love of Hashem to us. The Rambam and Moed and Nevuchim explains that when Adam HaRishon ate from Eitz Hadas, the tree of knowledge, before he ate from the tree of knowledge, he was like an angel. Angels only see Toiv Vera. Sorry. I'm going to say. Angels only see Emet and Sheker. Only truth and lies. Because they see the reality of Hashem. So they only see truth or lie. They don't see good and bad. Because good and bad is relevant. What's good for me is not good for you. What's bad for you is not bad for me. Good and bad is relative. You have some parts bad, some parts good. You do Boyer on Shabbos, they clarify good and bad. But angels see emes v'sheker, truth and lies. Hashem told Adam HaRishon, when you're going to sin, you, as your decision, when you make an internal decision to do a sin, what really you doing? You're jumping away from the level of angels, they seeing good and bad, truth and lies, and you're going to know Me'etz Adas, tree of knowledge, Toy Veras, good and bad. Which means it's not truth and lies, it's good and bad. This is the Rambam, very famous, he spoke many times about it. And the whole beauty and the way after the fact of this world, that Hashem wanted to create this world, the world of Tikkun, is in the world of Esther, of cover, to reveal Hashem where it's not truth and lies, to reveal good and bad. That's the beauty, that's where we get a reward. That's why the Jewish people, or people that do mitzvahs in this covered world, has value. If I just see a stone and say, this is a stone, and everybody sees the stone, there's no value. But amongst the stone here, show me the black stone. Oh, you see that black stone? No, there's not a black stone there. Which black stone are you talking about? So something which needs hefdel, it needs a separation, needs thoughts, it needs a decision, that has value. That decision has value. So what does have value when we have love to Hashem? when there is a donation. When we donate, when we make a decision on our own, we donate on our own donation. We donated in the Mishkan, then we created love to Hashem. Same thing is by Purim. By Purim was not by force like Kochma is. Hashem put the big mountain on a town. Oh, you accept the Torah, or this is going to be your place where you're going to be buried. Here, the Jewish people, from their own understanding, they made a decision to accept Hashem. The Jewish people accept upon themselves on their own heart and own decision to serve Hashem. This is the holiday of love. That we made a decision, we donated. Donate means you donate decision. You have a possibility not and yes. And you made a decision to do yes. That decision is a decision of love. Oh, she chosen me. She loved me. She chose me to be her husband. I chose her. The power of choosing, the power of choice, this is really the power of love. A couple, after being married many years, there's no excitement anymore. Because you decide with her, you're already stuck with her. There's no new decision. So what people do, they go to trips. So I'm going to take you out to a new trip, a honeymoon. No, honeymoon, we call it a different, who knows what, a sweet, I don't know, 50 years old, whatever, the gold, the silver, the gold marriage, the new excitement. You know, I can make a decision to break, and I make a decision to reconnect. So the excitement, the love, is a decision of you giving of yourself that you have a possibility not to, and you make a decision yes. This is the excitement, this is the love, this is the connection, the binding that we have in this physical world of Hester. That power only Moshe Rabbeinu was able to bring down. This is what the Medrash says. The Medrash says that the Jewish people weren't able and they didn't know how. What does that mean? The Jewish people, Hashem is telling them, listen, I want you should build the love. Build the Mishkan, donate money, build the love to Hashem. After they finish all the details, and after they have to unite everything together, and bring the masterpiece of the house of Hashem. The masterpiece of the house of Hashem, to bring the love, to bring the Shekhinah, to bring down the Elohim, 120 Tzirufim, to the Achoraim of Yud Kei Vav Kei and Ek, whatever the Arizal, the Kabbalistic terms explains, that love, that chesed to come down to the world of separation, world of Hester. Only Moshe Rabbeinu, which was to Bina, was able to bring down to Tzvun, was able to bring it down. Because his name is, what was the depths of it, which relates to us, is only Moshe Rabbeinu. That he had the love of the Jewish people. He was Moiser Nefesh day and night to build the Mishkan. He was Moiser Nefesh, he was a Melech, says Malka Shal Koyon on the Medrash. 140 days he didn't eat, he didn't drink. He was Moiser Nefesh of the Jewish people. He says to God, erase me from your book if you want to kill the Jewish people. He was the one that put his neck for the Jewish people at the most highest level. When Rashi says, when the Jewish people standing in front of Moshe Rabbeinu on the last day of his life, Moshe Rabbeinu was giving a rebuke to the Jewish people. Why you listen to Yisro's advice? Yisro says, listen, separate your power to judges for 1,000, for 100, for 50, for 10, and century for 10,000. He said a good advice. But Moshe Rabbeinu gave the Jewish people a rebuke. He said, no, you should have asked, we want to learn Torah from you. You know why? Not because I know the Torah more. Rashi says, because I was moiser nefesh for you. I gave my life for you, and I didn't eat and I didn't drink for 40 days and 40 nights for the Torah for the Jewish people. What does that mean? It means that a rabbi, they teach you Torah. It's not just teaching you the words. You see from the rabbi the excitement, the love that he cares and he wants to transmit. And he cares that he gathers the people together and he wants them to hear the words of Hashem. That transmission of love, of care, of giving, of donating, that only Moshe Rabbeinu had. This was the rebuke of Moshe Rabbeinu. He says, you're right. Those judges, you can learn the same like me. But the Mesirus Nefesh, the giving, the decision, the donation of my time and my essence of my being, of not eating 40 days and 40 nights, not bread, not to drink water, for the Torah Akdosha. That giving of myself, you couldn't buy by other. You weren't able to buy and connected that love in the Torah of those judges. Then he should have did the man know we want to hear from Moshe Rabbeinu. That's why the only one that was able to put down and to line as a complete picture the Mishkan. True, each individual Jew had a part, and some had the bigger part, some more part, but the only one that was able to put it together, to assemble the thing together, in the Western world, and they want to remove to pay taxes. What do? Is they buy the parts from China, from Japan, this and that, and they assemble altogether the car in one country. So when the country comes and says, wait a second, you assemble it here. So when you assemble now as a car, as a chalosh of a car, now you have to pay the taxes. Moshe Rabbeinu, he was the one that was able to assemble, to put it together, to make it function. He knew the know-how, and he was able to do it. Not only that he knew, he was able to do it because he had the Nidivus Lei, the highest level of Nidivus Lei, as far as the leaders of the Jewish people. But he had this as an advantage. But after Moshe Rabbeinu did that, he was sad. He had a sad face. Because he felt, the Jewish people should be able to be that level. He was a true leader. The Medrash says, Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, you know what I'm doing it? Why I'm not giving the power to the Jewish people? Because since you Moshe Nefesh, and I want you to be the one to assemble it and to put it together. So Moshe Rabbeinu did it. He says, well, I can't. So put your hands, it will happen. And then Moshe Rabbeinu was not so happy because he wanted, as a true leader, he wanted the Jewish people to really, they should have it. So why Hashem cared about the love and care about Moshe Rabbeinu, that he feels bad more than the Jewish people? And the answer is for the benefit of the Jewish people in depths. When they see that their leader is full of love and donation to Hashem, to the Jewish people, and that's really their identification of happiness. When you can identify that your leader, the leader of the Jewish people, is love in front of Hashem, and he's the proper leader in front of Hashem, so in the end, the Jewish people should be happy. Moshe Rabbeinu feels, okay, the Jewish people should have it. But really, Hashem chose Moshe Rabbeinu because of the benefit of the public is that the leader, that really is a good leader, that really has the more love, should be seen in public, and he's the one that has the right to assemble and put together. So although Moshe Rabbeinu put Betzalel, and he put Eliyah, and they put everything together, and they put everything together, and they tried to put it together, Hashem didn't allow them. Because he said that position of putting it all together, the final Makkah Bepatish, can only come from the leader of Moshe Rabbeinu, which he had the ultimate love, the ultimate donation. Because love, as we said, comes from power of decision, choice. Netivus, Nedava. That's the whole power of Mishkan. This is really the power of Purim, coming up to Purim. Purim was, we made a decision to choose Hashem. It's not by force. It's not we saw Hashem, we saw the splitting the Red Sea, we saw the template. You have to be Meshigan enough to choose Hashem. It's obvious. It's emes and sheker. It's not a donation. He put he put the mountain on top. It could be physical, or it could be in concept. We saw Hashem. There's no other choice. It's like the angel. There's only emes and sheker. There's no free choice. There's no other side to yourself. There's no sitracha. There's no other side. There's no klipot. There's no other side in existence. But when the Jewish people, when Moshe Rabbeinu, Jewish people came in Purim, there was another side. They made a decision on their own. There's not only on their own. They got together to the synagogue with Mordechai Yehudi, and they made a decision to accept the Torah with their own love. That's the highest level Hashem wants to accept. Here in Diaspora Yeshiva, Jews from all around the world come together on their own choice. They can go down to the bars, stay in San Francisco, who knows where, Tel Aviv, who knows where. And they made a decision from wherever they come to Hashem from their own heart. This is a very big Kiddush Hashem at the end of days. Okay, we're not big amounts. Maybe I see maybe 20 guys, Yeshiva has 50 guys, Israel is another 150. Okay, but that's the concept. The concept we coming from our hearts, from our own hearts. This is love. Love is when you made the decision. It's your choice. She chose me. I chose this woman. That's love. The power of choice, the power of medivus, donating, to the temple, donating to the Mishkan. That power is the power of love. Hashem wants us to come from our hearts. Rachmana liba boy, Hashem wants your heart. Hashem wants your heart. This is what the yeshiva is searching for. The yeshiva, the Ashby yeshiva is searching for boys that want to give their heart to Hashem. Hashem wants your heart. Where's your heart? Your heart is with women. Your heart is money. Comme si, comme ça, half. Where's your heart? Hashem wants your lady. Rachmana liba boy. This is Purim. That's why Purim we drink. Why we drink? So most people, when they drink, they say, oh, we allow ourselves to bring out our animalistic inner being. We rape women. Oh, we allow it, because since our mind is not 100% control, so we are inside of it. But for us, it's opposite. When we drink, we show that our inner being, we chose Hashem. There's a famous story, the Queen of Holland. Queen of Holland, there was no rain for about 5-6 years in Holland. And there was that big big disaster in all over Holland. No. This is about 200, 300 years ago. So maybe 150, 200 years ago. So the woman, the Queen of Holland, knew that the Jewish rabbi is a very big rabbi, a very big tzaddik. I think it's in Amsterdam. It was a big tzaddik. So she sent the messengers to speak to the rabbi, because the end of the winter and there's no rain. And it'll be a disaster. It's already 5 years straight, no rain. So she sent a messenger to call or to speak to the Jewish rabbi to pray for rain. The messengers came back, says, listen, we came back. Everybody around the rabbi are drunk, crazy, can't talk to them. What? I heard the rabbi is a big tzaddik. He said, it can't be like that. She decided she's going to go there herself. She comes to the synagogue, where the rabbi, the base medrash, the yeshiva, and he sees people hanging from the chandelier, and everybody's all drunk, and everybody has, the wine, and they say, Misha, and they screaming, on, the other guy. Everybody's like, out of the wine. And she sees the rabbi's all shining, and he's also a little bit drunk, but he's all shining and excited. She looks at the window, what's going on? She had the courage, she knocked on the door, and she enters the room. And the rabbi says, what do you want? Queen of Holland. Says, what the hell's going on? What is going on? And what she sees about 5-6 Hasidim are grabbing the rabbi and holding his bag and his beard. Rabbi, tell us what's the secret of Purim? And they grab him and he's shaking her. He's trying to push them, from the beard. And they said, tell us what it says. And then he tells them, and then they're all excited. Another man. And he has to stop listening because the queen is in. He didn't care about the queen. They want to know what's the chiddush of the Rebbe of this Purim. Tell us the inside of Purim. They're all excited. And around the Rebbe. And there's a guy from hanging, his 1 foot hanging on the chandelier. You see the rabbi. So Rabbi, I didn't hear. I want to hear what's the word of Torah. Tell me, I want to hear. And he falls down, boom, and he bashes his head. And he grabs, and he just walks to the rabbi. So what you said? What's going on? She said, a nation, that when they are drunk, they're not running out to rape women, running out to break and destroy things. The inner being comes and want to connect to Hashem. Such a nation I want to be belong and connect to. Very famous story. It's a historical story. This is the Purim. Purim is we want to donate, we want to choose our inner being to Hashem. Not by force, from love. This is what it's all about. David HaMelech, what it represents? It represents love. All the situation he had, he was singing to Hashem. Singing comes from emotions, from donation. This is what we want to get to.